After stun grenades had been tossed at the platform, soldiers from the top of the truck opened fire. A security guard at the back of picture fires at the fleeing assassins. 11 people are killed and 38 wounded. In the turmoil on the platform, Vice President Hosni Mubarak is hustled away. There are shouts that Sadat has been hit, and Mubarak, the man groomed to succeed him, is afforded special attention. Troops from the Presidential Guard are confused and bewildered. Some Egyptian officials are thrown into the presidential car. Only one of the 6 assassins was killed. In this incident, one was captured. Soldiers had to fight off people who wanted to attack the arrested men.
The man who seemed president seconds after the shooting. It's known that the chair was his and that he was thrown out of it by the bullets. Since then, we've had more film of the shooting. What led up to it?
This was a military demonstration with split-second timing. Everyone knew exactly where he was supposed to be and when, which takes us to the second most likely answer. It was a very carefully planned attack which involved someone senior making sure those troops would be in that nearest truck at that moment, and that means it was rehearsed. Any big parade is practiced again and again. Britain, and which VIPs would be in which chairs. Sadat was probably killed by those 2 riflemen standing on top of the truck. 2 in case one sniper's rifle jammed, or he was hit by a bodyguard's return fire. But the bodyguards, like everyone else, had been momentarily stunned by the grenades, and they were probably the main targets of the long bursts of covering fire coming from others in the squad. And just to make sure they got to the president, one attacker ran right up to the rostrum, firing as he ran. But will those who were captured have given the Egyptian security police the names of those who organized this attack? The answer is likely to be no. If the plotters used a cell system with only one member of a group knowing the identity of the next one in the chain, and if they combined the
massive display of Egyptian military might, then as the parade was reaching its climax, with most people's attention distracted by an aerobatic display, 2 grenades exploded, and a group of soldiers jumped from a military truck taking part in the parade and ran towards the president, firing from Kalashnikov automatic rifles. In spite of the literally thousands of troops surrounding the president, the group of assassins continued firing for well over a minute. Services swarmed into action. As the spectators stampeded out of the way of the shooting, the presidential bodyguard shot and killed 2 of the attackers and overpowered the rest. But the assassins managed to cut down at least 10 people, some of whom were killed. rushed straight to a helicopter which took him to the Mahdi military hospital. But in spite of the official radio and television announcement, it appears he died about 2 hours later.
Bob Jobbins and the
anniversary of his greatest military triumph, when those